Peace and blessings, family. It's your girl Sony back again with another one. When I was telling you that your energy is your currency. Energy, energy, energy. You can build off of your energy. You could destroy off of your energy. It takes more energy. Negative energy takes more energy than positive. It takes more. You know, I always share everything with you guys. Towards the end of my 11-year relationship 3 years ago, a couple of months before I ended it, right, I cut my locks in February of 23. Then me and the Voodoo Princess reunited in April, the end of April of 23, I believe. Yeah, either end of April or early May of 23. Came back talking this, talking that. Um, and just over the phone because we was in two different states. But to make a long story short, um, I needed a friend at that time. And it came with a mask as being a friend. And everything was cool until I moved out. Because remember, I told you I really didn't tell anybody until I was basically moving out. Because I'm grown. It's nobody's business. Once I moved, it was a different person. We went to talking every day. Because even my girlfriend was like, yo, who's this chick? Da, 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 da. But I was on my way out. So it was like, But I'm still respectful. Talked and stuff. And I'm getting out of an 11-year relationship, leaving the kid behind. You know, it was a lot. It was truly a lot. Then this person, because I did not know, I didn't pick up the things, I didn't listen. When they first came back, it was like, oh, I thought you was putting voodoo on me because I could never think about you over the close to 20 years. Why would you do that if the last thing I told you was look at this Bible, and even if we never speak again, always go to God, da, 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 da. Anybody that knows me know I've always been walking with the Lord. But I heard it and just didn't pay attention. I'm into tarot cards. I'm into this. I'm into that. I'm still not listening because, you know, me and JC been rocking for a long time. And I keep telling you, I'm just a regular girl from New York. I've never dealt in dark anything. My power has always been prayer. I've been walking with Jesus and had a close relationship with him since I was 5 years old. I have been walking with the Lord since I was 5. Regardless of what went on in my household, outside of my household, situations, I've always held on to God, no matter what. That is what has kept me free, indeed, and other people around me living. I'm not going to lie. It's my walk with the Lord. Whether it was a Christian walk, whether it was an Islamic walk for almost 20 years, whether it was a spiritual walk with a Christ consciousness as of now. That is what has kept me safe and every entity around me safe. And I kept fighting my intuition. My intuition was kicking up because we would talk every day. Then we wouldn't talk. And we don't get along because one thing I had to realize coming back, we came back different people because I matured and she stayed the same. And we're only 7 years apart. I'm 7 years older than her. But mentally, I felt like a pedo when we came back, like a chomo, because I felt like I was talking to a child. And we argued all the time. I'm not an argumentative person, but they would try to push me. And one day we was talking about something, I can't remember what it was. And she kept trying to rage bait me into an argument. And it's like that thing went off and I said, she's trying to get me in an argument. And I told her, I said, yo, I'm not gonna argue with you. And she kept going on and on and on and on. So I told her, yo, I'm just gonna hang up. Cause you know, back in the day, I would curse you out and hang up on you real good. I was smooth with it. I told you my mouth is greasy. But she came back expecting the same Sony, the pop off Sony, the crash out queen. She don't live here no more. That Sony is somewhere with Christina. Christina, Christina, Christina and Sony left the building. But coming back, she was still used to the old version, the old Sony. But what she refused to realize that first time around, there was love, there was affection, there was caring, there was this. The second time around, you was just a homie. You don't know me, I don't know you. We two different people. I don't even look the same no more. I don't sit up and watch the same things that I watched 20 years ago and think it was a lot. But when she tried to get me in that argument and I hung up, it's like God's a switch. And I was cooking and everything from the time that we reunited to that conversation hit, and it hit different. It's like the end of the movie The Usual Suspects, when the crippled guy, I forgot his name in there, Kevin Spacey, whoever he played, it was the crippled guy with the little limp. When he left the police station, talking about Kaiser Soze, and while the detective is sitting back like, and everything, that's how it played in my head, just like that. And I had to stop cooking. To this day, I can't remember what I was cooking, but I had to turn the oven on. I turned the stove off, moved the pan off of the fire. Well, not fire because it's electric, but And everything hit, and it made sense. Everything hit. And that was God giving me that download where everything fell into place, and I felt like a fool. And I was like, wow. She was actually telling on herself. Me being a fool kept fighting my intuition, because my intuition, the spirit guides, angels, and the ancestors was like, yo. And I'm like, nah, she won't do this, nah. But it took that on trying to rage bait me to wake up and say, wow, she's never liked me. She ran after me because of money and physical situation, because she told me the whole time we've been together, no one has ever like you. I felt disgusted, because if you know me, that's like one of the least things you would say, that you should say, that you missed about me. So I already knew from there. Only one person came close to it, And we had a couple of situations over the phone. I mean, I hadn't been with nobody in a long time, so over the phone was like, we're grown here. That was a transference of emotion, that sacral energy. You don't have to be in the same room. I just thought that, this stuff had to happen in real time. No, it's the energetic pull. These people would even try to pull on your energy in a dream. In my dreams, I don't eat from nobody. I don't drink from nobody. I don't with nobody. I don't. Because even though your body feels like it's asleep, this is still energy that is being expelled from your body. And that's how things happen. And I sat back and was like, wow, this person never really liked me. They understood, because she used to always tell me, everybody likes you. Everybody wants you. And I was like, wow, everybody does like me, because I'm a likable person. I'm not an evil person. If I got anything, you can have it. Like, that's me. But everybody doesn't want me. People just like me. But that was the insanity that I was not picking up on. Because why? I was in a low vibrating state at that point. And everything around me was low vibrating at that time. When you don't love you, when you don't put yourself on a pedestal, this is how you allow these entities to come in. And I hope that you pick up or you see these red flags and you run the other way. Because always remember, the enemy's going to come in a way that you never expected. The devil ain't going to come with no woman that got 2 strands of hair and she got a mole on her nose and nah. And this one wasn't a baddie. I mean, she looked okay, but she's bigger than me. She's kind of like Herman Munster. But I cared about her, and it was her son, because I know what it is to be a child of a single parent, just trying to make it happen. And it was nice for what it was, but I didn't realize that I was being played a fool even from back then. Because when we was talking one day, we was talking about something, and I like for people to talk, and she was like, when we met, I knew that you would buy me nice things because you like nice things. And I was like, what? But it's over the phone, so she can't see my expressions or anything. And in my mind, I was like, wow, that's deep. She was like, yeah, because you liked a lot of nice things. Like, everything you have is nice. Like, so I automatically knew that if we was together that you were going to get me nice things. Then that song came to my mind, the main ingredient. Everybody plays the fool sometime. There's no exception to the rule. Listen, baby. Yes, I knew I was giving you a song. But it made me realize I had a GED at the time. I just got these degrees since I've been out of work. The 21 years, we got these. Before then, I was a GED girl. Working, hustling, doing what I had to do to keep, to make stuff happen. I mean, I don't want y'all to think I had a horrible life, because I didn't. I just chose what to do, what not to do. I never really wanted to do too much back then. I really didn't. I always felt like Michael Landon on Touched by an Angel. I went to everybody else's life to make it better. And I'm still like that to this day. Once my daughter came, it was different. But back then, I didn't want to do anything but just make other people's lives better. Every place I went in, I made these houses and families. It was people in houses, I turned them into families. It was regular days, and I turned it into Christmas, Thanksgiving. That's me. And it's not, I'm not saying it to brag. That's just who I am, because I know what it is not to have. And I don't want other people to feel what it is not to have. So I will always share what I have with others, so they will never know what it is not to have. But when you have a heart like that and you're broken, you have to heal before you go and search for others, because every entity can see that hole, that crack within you. And baby, they will pervert it in a way that you will never be able to comprehend until years later. And now mind you, at this time, I had my own apartment because I wasn't, with nobody like that. I was dating, but I wasn't trying to live with nobody till later on. And out of my entire dating life, I only cohabitated with two people. One time lasted 4 months because she was a piece of work. And then with my daughter's mother, which was close to 11 years, 4 months shy of 11 years. Other than that, Sony always had her own. And she's like, yeah, because I told my mother how you would take care of both houses and that. Everything when they came back was what I did for them, how I made them feel. Pay attention, people. Pay attention. It was never, because everything was, because you did this for my son, and you did this for me, and you did this, and you did this. It was like, wow. But that you got nice things, so I knew you was, because one thing about me, I was single. I had no children at the time. You should be able to do and come and go as you please and do whatever. And it took me back to 20 years, because remember, when you reunite with people and you reminisce, you never think about the bad times. You don't think about the times when you're working hard to take care of them and they cheating on you. You never think about the times with the lies and the this and the that. And then what it really made me realize was, this is a person that you really don't know. Because her and her family has so many secrets, and for her being my mate, she's telling me her family are so horrible and doing this and that against her. When in reality, I don't even know what's true, because after I experienced what I experienced, you probably was the problem in your whole family and the reason why y'all wasn't close and da. But when you're dating people, you're not going to pull a sister to the side and say, why you don't get along with your sister? Why this? Or ask their mother, why do you don't do this? Why I got to take off of work to watch your grandson when y'all live right here in the same city and could do this? You don't cross that boundary because you automatically believe what your partner is saying is true. I keep telling you, I was raised around horrible people, but I just didn't think that everybody would be so horrible. Because I've never had a price. There's never a price for Sony. Sony is going to do what Sony has to. Sony has always been that battery for Sony. I've never had a get out of jail free card, a protector. I was everything. I am everything to everyone that I always wanted for myself. Plain and simple. A great listener, a great sister, a great this, a great that. Everything that I always wanted for me, I became that for me and for others. But now we had to pump the brakes. So all my beautiful 144, my little people that got their little hearts on their sleeves, I don't never want you to change, baby. Because after everything that I went through, with the broken friendships and the relationships with friends that you should have never crossed that boundary, and the having the babies and the doing this, and I done been through the ringer, but I refuse to let any of those demons change me, because that's what they want, baby. They want your heart to turn cold like ice, like stone, like the same freaking rock that King Arthur done took that sword out of. You feel me? You can't take my praise. You can't take my happiness. You cannot take my divinity. I'm here for a mission, and I'm going to keep going and keep going. But in the midst of it, God was always there to help and heal and to guide, to wake me up and say, yeah, you put your hand in the fire. Ow, it burnt. But you're not going to walk around with a 3rd-degree burn, baby, because I got you. I want you to remember how this pain felt, so you don't have to go through it again. But I still got you. You were stupid. Are you still stupid? Stupid? As Jesus telling me, are you still stupid? I'm like, nah, Lord. So we all go through. We all go through. You go through to get through, but you learn and you don't make those same mistakes. And my prayer is that God works on the heart of this person, this entity, so she will never inflict this type of trauma on another man, woman, or child, because she is atrocious. And I should have woke up when she told me that she flushed her son's turtle when he was younger because he did something. Because that's a cruelty that I can't comprehend. My daughter will never do anything that I will take anything that belongs to her to teach her a lesson to her. Because I know that boy, he's a man right now, and I know that still scarred him. But these are the things that I wasn't paying attention to, because I'm still listening with an empathetic ear with, she was good back then. No, she wasn't. She wasn't such a good girlfriend. She did my shopping. She did this. She did that with my money. Anybody else would have did the same thing. It wasn't like she was going shopping and buying me stuff. Like, I paid for 2 places. I did this. I did that. And she probably did more things, but by me working 2 or 3 different shifts here and there most of the time, I didn't know. I wasn't privy because I've never been an outside person. I am either home or working. That was my life. Home, working, chilling with my chicks, in the streets at a little time, up to no good. But either way, I ain't never hang around any neighborhood that I lived in and just say, oh, there goes Sony. Nah, I'm chilling. I'm somewhere getting some money. Either I was getting some money or getting some chicks. Plain and simple. So pay attention. We got to come back to what people say. Pay attention to how they make you feel. Because the wannabe rage baiting showed a lot. And that's when I finally picked up on it. Because half of the time we argued. Because it dawned on me. I am the person that you want to be. Because before then, she was a brilliant person. Oh, she did this, she did that. When I went to school, I was like, oh, do you think you'd be able to assist me in my economics class? Because you're supposed to be a nurse. Oh, I don't know math. Every time I was in school, I had to get a tutor. Wow. And I told her I'm going to open up this safe house for LGBTQ kids, for the youth. And I was like, yo, we got to help each other out. I could open it, do my things. You could work there. You could be the nurse on hand. Then all of a sudden, oh, I'm not a nurse. You're not a nurse. You've been telling me the whole time you're a nurse. Oh, no, I'm a medical assistant. Well, isn't this special? Because we need an RN. The lies started peeling back. So pay attention to what people say. Pay attention. And the child who I helped raise him for 4 years. And when we connected on Instagram, thanked me for raising him and what being there, And I was like, cool. We never spoke. We would text here and there. That boy never called me. Oh, we could go to lunch one time, Then it dawned on me, no, Sony. Because I told him something like, I will always be there for your mother. It was something like that. But the response showed me that was much more there, because there was a person around that I wasn't privy to knowing, because she was like, oh, I've been single since I had my daughter, And I said all this to say, this situation has been put to bed once I got that text message this week. Oh, you still not going to talk to me, Let sleeping dogs lie, give it to God, because God will always vindicate, God will always prevail. Pay attention to what people say. Pay attention to how people talk about people from their past, how they talk about their families, how they talk about themselves, how they talk about their children, their nieces, their nephews. Because if all of this is in a negative, baby, what do you think they're going to say about you? They talked about Jesus. Pay attention to your nervous system. I don't care if you had 20, 30 years, if y'all had 14 kids together. It's okay to say goodbye to the past and leave the past in the past. Everyone is not privy to go into your future. God will not bless you as long as you got demons in the mix. He won't bless you. You have to love, because people think that you love them more than you love yourself. People think that they mean more to you then you mean to you. And I love it when a person oversport themselves and they overthink the relationship and the situation. Put you first and foremost, family. Listen to what people say and keep it moving. Nobody's worth it at the end of the day but you and JC. Nothing. Everyone will come and go. He's the only constant. Stay in prayer. Communicate with your angels, your spirit guides, and your ancestors. As long as you're gonna be okay. I mean, it worked for me. Peace and blessings, love and light, Ashe. Pray for the brothers and the sisters that's going through some things. But I used to think that I was a sacrificial lamb, and I had to realize if Jesus couldn't do it, who am I? So let it go. If Jesus can't help these people, his children, who are we to stand in the way? Because sometimes people want you to protect them from their karma. No. Back away, bow out gracefully, let God have his way. Let him handle his children. Ashe.